When I visited Dr. Brecht at the University of Florida, he was able to share with us a huge amount of research that various scientists were doing to support the fresh produce trade. In the post-harvest community, whether it's in the private sector such as Transfresh or the university sector, our overall goal is to try to develop processes and services that will increase the consumption of fresh produce, increase the taste, increase the value. I'm really encouraged to see the level of participation by students working in these labs here with creative ideas that they can explore. Those creative ideas are going to be the ideas of the future, incredibly valuable to support both the research effort as well as the students that are working in those research efforts.
One of the things I really love about research is anytime you conduct a project or even conduct an experiment, it always leads to new ideas and new avenues to explore. One area of research that we have expended a lot of effort on has to do with predicting the shelf life of products. And we know as post-harvest scientists that temperature after harvest is the most important factor that determines how the quality changes, how we can maintain the quality of foods. So what we've done a lot of research on is figuring out how, if we know the temperature history of a product at any point during the distribution chain, we can predict its remaining shelf life under certain conditions.
I've been doing research about what part of the tomato air gets in and out. And it turns out that the only part of the tomato where air can get in and out of the fruit is this little scar right here. And that's really important because we want to know where bacteria can get in and out because we don't like them. So we've been doing experiments where we put the tomato underwater in a low pressure environment. And what that does is when you have a low pressure environment and you have something with normal pressure dropped into it, all the air inside the tomato is still at normal pressure and it wants to escape into that low pressure environment to sort of create an equilibrium. And if we put it underwater, we can sort of track where the air is coming out. You see the bubbles coming right out of that little stem scar.
One of the unique things that I've watched over the years, and something that's truly unique within the trade that I believe we should be taking more advantage of, is the fact that between the University of Florida and University of California at Davis, they're able to collaborate and do research that complements each other, as well as do real research, which I call field research. That type of collaboration allows the trade to be able to look at new or old processes that are in the commercial environment and evaluate them to value what they truly mean and do it on a very scientific and research-oriented basis. I think delivering fruit to our consumers is a composite of everything we can learn both in the private and public sector. We can't ignore either sector. We have to acknowledge that science has brought us as far as it has today, and it's going to continue to expand our capabilities to provide good tasting food to our consumers as well as to ourselves.